Rabotai. I'm Rabbi Kaba, exploring the ancient Jewish Talmud for wisdom we can use in our modern lives. Please like and subscribe and share with people who may be interested. We are studying Nedarim, that's vows, and we are on page 22. And our sages discuss annulling a vow out of guilt. What if a man comes to the court or comes to a sage and he wants to get his vow annulled? It's very hard for him to follow through, and he can't really find a good reason to regret it. So instead the sage says, well, don't you know it's a terrible sin to make vows if you can't follow up, and it's not even good to make vows in the first place. You should feel very guilty. So if he wants to know the sin out of guilt that someone else is shoving down his throat, that's not a valid reason. It's only if a man truly feels remorse from himself, from his own heart, then he can annul the vow based on that, not from external pushes of guilt trips and shaming. So it's important to be aware some people will try to control you by shaming you. They want you to feel ashamed for what you did. Now, you have to think very carefully, search your own feelings. Is this something you should be ashamed of? And if so, how do you fix it? But to simply believe everyone who tells you, well, you should feel ashamed, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe they have their own motivation and their own reasons for telling you that. On the subject of intense emotions, the Talmud cites King Solomon. And King Solomon says in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 10, turn anger out of your heart and remove evil from your flesh. So basically saying if you don't get angry, it's really good for your health. And that's certainly true. But he's saying the way to avoid anger is get anger out of your system. Don't become angry. Don't let anger be in you, be in your flesh. Don't feel angry. Now that sounds weird. We mean don't feel angry. So this is really useful advice. If you're a person who's prone to anger, be aware of it and work against it to not let the anger get a hold of you. If you have anger inside, try really hard to stop getting angry, because every time you get angry, you're creating and reinforcing a pattern of behavior, a pattern of reaction that becomes automatic. But if you're aware of it, you can break this cycle and stop feeding this pattern. You just say, I'm not going to get angry this time. I know I got angry before. I'm not going to get angry this time. And that's one victory you have over your anger. And you start moving in the right direction that King Solomon said. So please be blessed and have success in your anger and have success evaluating your behavior properly. And please remember to like and subscribe.